everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you why you shouldn't be afraid of the relative drawdown that we have. To help me with this, I've invited Rob, our head of trading. Welcome, Rob.
Thank you for having me.
To get everyone up to speed, I'm going to explain what is a drawdown and how relative drawdown differs from fixed drawdown. In trading, drawdown refers to a reduction in equity. It is usually expressed as a percentage change between the peak equity and low equity. To put it simply, it is a period of time where a trader is losing. Rob, can you tell me what is the difference between relative drawdown and a fixed drawdown?
Okay, now the difference is a fixed drawdown, then you know exactly where your level is at the moment that you start having an account balance. So you said, okay, if I have a fixed drawdown of 4%, then I know that 4% down, I'm getting out of the program. A relative drawdown, however, works a little bit different. It means your drawdown is actually growing with your profits. So if you, let's say, make 2% profits, then also your drawdown level will grow with the profits. So it means if you have, let's say, 2% already profit, then also your drawdown limit is not a 4% anymore from your starting capital, around 2% the moment that you grow. This is actually done in order to safeguard the profit that you already made before and that you don't get into a higher drawdown than necessary.
Rob, you have ran your own asset management firm, Chelton Wealth, for quite a few years now. You won plenty of awards. What kind of drawdown have you used with your asset management firm?
Now, we're always working with relative drawdowns because we're working, of course, with capital of investors. It's very important to keep the risk low. That's most important at all times. Yeah, it's very normal to work with this kind of drawdowns in the asset management and hedge fund industry.
We get a lot of people on our live chat being kind of scared of the relative drawdown. Why do you think that is? Why do you think people are scared of it?
Yeah, because it's more like, I think, a mindset. Yeah, a lot of people are a little bit afraid that they will reach it pretty quickly, and they think I got an ease of mind. You know, when I have a little bit more wiggle room. But trading is not a thing that you should have a peace of mind, because trading you should always be concentrated. You should always know what your risk is per trade. So if you have, let's say, a certain percentage that you want to risk, then you know that. Yeah, it doesn't change anything if it's fixed or relative. You should not all of a sudden, because you have more space with, let's say, more room for failure with a fixed drawdown, that it will help you. It won't help you eventually, because you're changing then your risk per trade. One should not risk more than you usually do. Also, always use the same lot sizes as you usually do, and things will be all right.
Why would you say is it important to use relative drawdown? What are the benefits of using it?
You're more focused. You know that this thing is growing with you. So every trade you're doing, you do it even more concentrated. Yeah, you should always lock in your profits.
So basically what you're saying is the benefit is that you get to keep your profits, you lock them in, and it helps you not to lose your capital, which is the most important part.
Exactly. As a company, you don't want to take too much of a risk. Every month you start all over again. You have your 4% drawdown. The moment that you have 2% in plus, you should be lucky. And you should protect yourself that you don't come back into that minus 4% anymore.
What are some important criteria that auditors like KPMG will look at when they're looking over a trader's record?
They're always looking at your drawdown first. That's what they're looking at, the Sortino ratio. They want to see your risk to reward, how you work, if it goes against you, that you're cutting your losses quickly. That's very important.
I often get asked by traders, either on a live chat or in emails, a question, can I keep my profits in the account to give myself a bigger buffer for trading? What do you think of that idea?
Now, that's not a good idea, because first of all, if you're making the 10%, you will scale to the next level, so you will get more and more money eventually. But a trader should take his profits out. If you have a target of 10% and you take 2% out, put it in your bank account, you only need to go for another 8%. Start again with a new equity on your account, and you start with a minus 4% again.
Basically, every month the trader withdraws their money and their relative drawdown basically goes back to where it was in the beginning. So at the end of the day, it works a lot like a fixed drawdown, just making sure that the profits get to go home.
Exactly. So the moment that you're booking your profits, you take it home, put it on your bank account, you start with minus 4 again as a maximum drawdown limit in the next month.
Another thing I want to talk to you about is the mindset of traders that are coming from the retail market and trying to start a pro career. We often see retail traders taking a huge amount of risk, trying to double their account in an amount of couple days or a week. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is just not a thing with pro traders?
Retail traders don't simply have enough capital, and they still want to make an extra money next to their other income or want to live from it. So in order for them to pay the rent, they have to make at least 20% a month. If you have much more capital, 2% a month on a 100K account, that will already give you a 2K. So you don't need to rush. There is no need to rush.
Right, a retail trader has to risk a lot, whereas a pro can afford to risk very little.
Yeah, and what you also see a lot of times is that the retail traders, when they made profits, they also taking higher risk. So let's say some trader start with 10K, makes 14K, and all of a sudden he starts using all the 14K in order to get quickly to the 20K, and then this ends, let's say, in a negative month, and he has to start all over from 10K again because he lost 4. So it doesn't bring him anything because there's too much of a pressure on the trader.
So he never actually gets to keep any profit. So when traders join our program, what is the kind of profit target you would recommend for them?
All big family offices or large institutions are very happy even if you make 10% a year. Yeah. And if you want to have a peace of mind, then this is the best thing to do. I know that for a lot of traders, they want to scale the next stage. But I mean, you're not going to become a doctor overnight. Yeah. If you want to be a doctor, you also have to study in 6 years. This is a career training program. It means you should really invest your time, and you will scale up. Because if you want to rush and you're, let's say, in the pro stage number 4, and you want to rush and you screw up eventually, then you have to start all over again to stage 2. It doesn't bring you anything.
So to sum everything up, let's quickly go over a couple of things. Basically, relative drawdown isn't as scary as a lot of traders make it. It helps secure the profit. When you withdraw the profits, it works a lot like a fixed drawdown where you basically go to the same value where you started. Traders should start thinking about the capital more as of a tool, so not risking their profits. And mindset is very important at the end of the day. So Rob, my last question is, if a trader is to remember one thing from this video, what is the most important message?
The most important message is actually keep your risk at all times tight. Yeah, it's all about risk management eventually. Know what you can risk per trade. For instance, I never ever risk more than 0.25% a trade. I hardly use leverage, and I'm still able to make 1.5 or 2% a month, steady. And I don't have the stress that it goes, strongly against me. If I'm getting stop out, I'm feeling comfortable with it, and that's the most important thing.
Well, thank you very much for joining me today. I think the video has been very informative, and I wish you a great day, Rob.
You too. Thank you for the interview, and then see you next time.
And for everyone else, if you have any other questions, you can always find us 24/7 on our live chat, or you can send us an email at info@luxtradingfirm.com. And with that, I wish everybody a great day.